In this lesson, we'll take up types of action research. As we know, studies varies according to purposes, according to goals, according to values. So as a result, there are different types of action research identified. In this lesson, we'll take up at least 4 types like collaborative, critical, classroom, and participatory action research. Alright, so first let's start with collaborative action research. What's there with collaborative action research? Example, the collaboration between higher education and basic education sector. Like it might be a collaboration of VSU and Bye City Division. So what they do here is that researchers from this institution will meet and discuss educational problems. Ideally, it should be within the basic education research agenda if that is to address problems in the basic education sector. The goal here is to utilize the expertise of the collaborators. Like, might be that there is a strong research skill sets in the higher education institution, so you should be able to capture this. Or it may also be in the basic education sector. Another goal here is to foster sustained dialogue among the stakeholders. So if it is focused on deep ed, so higher education like us in BSU is one of the stakeholders. So in this case, for collaborative, this should be an avenue to foster sustained dialogue such that there might be exchange of good practices in a way that it will address some of these educational problems in the basic education sector. Another type is critical action research. What happened here is that there are already at least 3 participant sectors here on top of HEI and basic education sector. Community is a necessary part. So the same with participatory, they will meet and discuss educational problems. If it is for basic education sector, so the purpose here is to talk about in relation to basic education research agenda. So the goal here is to evaluate social issues for social change. What are the issues in the basic education sector that we need to address? This type of research usually focus on disparity, like disparity due to gender, ethnicity, or social class. If it is access to education and it is maybe there is limit to access because of gender, and that either male or female have limited access to education, so the study should criticize why this disparity occur, and that at the end of the study, this should address this disparity that either male or female or both gender should have equal access to education. That's for critical action research. Next is classroom action research. Unlike the previous, classroom action research is solely focused on the teacher and his or her classroom. Alright, so the goal here is to improve practice. Like on the teaching practices, the teaching and learning practice in the classroom, what are the things that the teacher should do to improve the teaching and learning process? And that this type of research values interpretation that the teacher or teachers make based on data collected. Data such as quizzes, for example. What information we can get from this score from the examination, and that the teacher will make intervention, and hopefully after the intervention, a series of intervention, maybe that there is already, if it is concerned for reading, there will be better reading practices. This can be done solo by a single teacher, or this can also be a collaboration of teachers in the school. fourth type of action research is participatory action research. As you can see in the picture, this is a social, collaborative process of action research. So there is interaction of the teacher or the researcher and the participants. And that there might be a possible, there should be a strong collaboration. That the information that for the intervention that we want to give to the participant should be directly within the need of the participants. Our goal here are the following: critical, emancipatory, and transformative. Critical in the sense that it should challenge the alienation, authoritative practices, or power struggle. Example, if our participant is a non-reader, which is a timely issue as revealed in the PISA in 2018, I guess that we are at the bottom of participating countries for PISA. So ours is to challenge or to critically analyze what are those unproductive practices that relates to non-reading. After finding it, so you should be able to address that, and then we should be able to emancipate or free our participants from these unproductive practices that result to non-reading. And hopefully at the end, it will transform their lives from non-reader to become better reader. Question: which of these types of action research is applicable to you and why? So you have to examine which of these that you would like to focus with, and possibly reason out why should this type of action research you will venture.